Hey everyone, this is going to be a video that, might not be fun to hear for everyone, but I'm still going to make it. And it's going to be why trading is not for everyone and why trading might not be for you. I'm going to get right into it. So, trading is difficult. We all know it. If it wasn't difficult, then every one of us would be a billionaire right now. But why might trading not be for you? So trading, in my opinion, this is the way I see a good trader. This is what I think they should do. And I'm going to show you on my screen right now what I think a good trader should do. So what you're seeing right now is one of my clients. His name is Bob. And Bob is putting in an insane amount of work. So what I did with Bob, I gave Bob a couple of levels, basically stuff that he had to do in order to advance to the next level. Now, Bob, I gave him the assignment of testing at least 200 trades per round. So he's testing 200 trades and he's coming back to me for feedback, and he's testing another 200 trades, and now he's got a total of 500 to 600 trades. Why am I showing you this? I'm showing you this because trading is difficult. You're going to have to put in a lot of work. And the reason I'm showing you this precisely is because the majority of traders do not understand how much effort and how much time it takes to develop a consistent edge and to execute it consistently. I can guarantee you that the majority of people watching this have never tested more than 1,000 trades on one strategy. And that's why I believe trading is not for everyone. If you want to get a really strong, solid edge, you're going to need to test a strategy thoroughly. You're going to need to execute it consistently. That's one of the reasons I believe trading is not for everyone. You got to understand an edge. But in order to understand an edge, leading me into my second reason, you have to understand probabilities and also be okay with the fact that losing is part of trading. This is arguably the most difficult thing about trading, because as humans, we are basically conditioned to, whenever we take losses, to try and fix that. Whenever we, for example, fail an assignment, fail a math exam, we're conditioned to try and fix that, to try and improve stuff, which is basically our mindset. It's something that's been ingrained into us for basically our entire lives. Now, being a trader means letting that go. Being a trader means understanding that it's probabilities and that what's playing out in the market is, for the most part, random with a slight pattern here and there. So losses are a part of it, and being okay with that and not trying to blame certain reasons for taking a loss is ultimately what leads traders to become profitable. But that's one of the most difficult things. Understanding that losses are part of the game and understanding that probabilities are basically the entire thing that trading revolves around. Now, a lot of people won't understand that. They'll think they understand probabilities, but they don't really. Why? Well, that kind of ties back into step one, because they have never tested more than 500 or 1,000 trades. How do you know probabilities and how do you know statistics if you don't have any data to back it up? That's why, leading back into what Bob is doing here, that's why I'm really proud of what Bob is doing. He tested over 500 trades within a month of basically being one of our clients. So let me show you. Exactly what you're seeing here is Bob's data. I just pulled this up. He has this on our ShareFX Replay account. This is Bob's data, a really solid equity curve with around a 36% win rate. Keep in mind, he only started trading a month ago with 500 trades. He's putting in the work, and this is why trading is not for everyone, because a lot of people are just not prepared to put in the work. They think it's easy. They think you can make tens of thousands of dollars within a couple of months of trading. That's not how it works. Doctors study for 10 or 15 years to become a doctor, but a lot of people think that in trading, you're able to basically study a year and make $1 million. That's not how it works. Understanding that, and then understanding that you have to put in a lot of work to basically gather data, solidify your edge, understand probabilities, and most importantly, condition your mind and commission a piece in your brain that is called the amygdala to basically understand that losses are unavoidable and that losses is not something we should always look for a reason for or try to avoid. That's just the way trading works. If you have probabilities, let's say you and I are doing a coin flip and this coin flip has a 60% chance of winning and a 40% chance of losing, does that mean that in 10 trades or in 10 coin flips, I'm going to win 6 out of 10? No, it does not. But it does mean in the long run, over 1,000 coin flips, I'll get closer to that 60% mark. Trading is pretty much the same. Does that mean that every time it lands on tails, I'm going to look at that coin and be like, well, shit, why did it land on tails? I thought I had an advantage here. No, of course not. That's not where you're going to do it. That doesn't make any sense. Well, trading is no different, really. And that's why understanding probabilities is so important. And this is what goes to show beautifully in Bob's data here. You can see that he lost 10 times in a row and he won 4 times in a row, basically max consecutive wins and losses. But it really goes to show how important data is. And that's why trading is not for everyone. The majority of people don't want to collect data. The majority of people think that they can wing it, and the majority of people have never stuck to a strategy for more than 6 months. Not only never stuck to it for more than 6 months, but never tested it for more than 6 months. If you haven't tested any data, and I'm not talking about a quick trading view backtesting session, I'm talking about thousands of trades. How do you know if something works or if it doesn't work? And if you're not prepared to put in the work, then trading might not be for you. Trading is just, it's not as easy as people think it is. It's pretty difficult. In fact, it's going to be a difficult journey if you want to make it to the top 5% of traders who actually make it. Well, I can tell you right now, the majority of those profitable traders had to do something exactly like this. They had to test it. They had to collect a fuckload of data to understand if what they did worked. And then they had to execute that live for at least half a year to even get an idea of if it works or not. That's why trading is not for everyone. People are too impatient for that nowadays. And of course you get promised these get rich quick schemes, but this is the harsh reality of trading. This is what you're going to have to do if you want to become profitable in trading. And I know it's not what a lot of people want to hear, but please reconsider it before you waste 5 years in trading. Are you able to put in thousands of hours backtesting, collecting data, trying to refine your strategy, seeing if there's anything you can improve on, and sticking to one strategy for at least 6 months or more? Are you able to do that? If the answer is no, then trading is not for you. Are you able to understand probabilities and condition your amygdala to understand that losses are not something to avoid? If the answer is no, then trading might not be for you. If the answer is yes, then keep watching, because I do have an explanation for you. Conditioning your amygdala is basically pretty simple. It's sort of like a muscle. You can kind of train it. If you continuously get positive feedback and you continuously tell yourself that, hey, I took a loss, but that's fine because I know it meets my system. How do I know? Well, let's go back, because I've tested it at least 500 times. So I know that even though I lost 6 times in a row, that's totally fine, because I can afford to lose 10 times in a row with my strategy, with my probability, with my probabilistic edge, my advantage. I'm able to lose 10 times in a row. So I'm totally fine if I lose 6 or 7 times in a row. I'm going to stick to it because I know that it still works. That's the way you condition your amygdala. You continuously give yourself positive feedback to know that what you're doing works. And then in the long run, you're able to execute that edge because you understand probabilities, you understand statistics. Okay, so enough ranting about statistics and probabilities and if trading is for you or if it's not. It's hard. It is hard. Trading at the end of the day is just a difficult profession, and understanding that is arguably one of the most important things. Do make sure that if you do go into trading that you don't half-ass it. It's difficult, like I said, put in the work, but be careful when you're joining a mentorship or a community. And I'm not saying that to bash any mentorships. I'm saying that to protect you guys from yourselves. In communities, a lot of people tend to share their opinions, which is natural. You know, we're all humans. We all want to share our opinions. However, trading at the end of the day is a personal journey. It's either a journey that you do by yourself or with one mentor or one coach. It is not something that you'll have to share with hundreds of traders in a community. Why am I saying that? Let's say you just started out trading. Let's say you started out 2 months ago and you're testing and you're not getting these results, and Bob started trading only 1 month ago and he is getting these results. Now you're going to think to yourself, hey shit, I'm supposed to do what Bob is doing. You're going to text Bob, you're going to try and get his advice, but Bob is not profitable either. He has a positive edge in backtesting, but he's still learning too. So now you're going to look at Bob, see what he's doing, or maybe you see someone passing a funded account, a funded certificate. You're going to DM them and you're going to be like, shit, I want to know what he's doing because I want to pass my funded account too. Stuff like that leads to confusion because now You're letting go of the whole idea of having to test the strategy yourself and evaluating your own data, and you're following someone else's path. Let me show you another example. So I'm going to make a little drawing here, but let's say that you're trader A and I'm trader B. Let's say this is what our P&L looks like. Let's say in January you did 3%. In February you did 4%. In March you did 2%. But let's say you get 2 losing months. Now you did minus 4% and minus 5% in April and May. Now, the only thing I'll tell you is that in April and May, I made plus 6% and I made plus 11%. Now you're going to think to yourself, fuck, I lost 2 months in a row. And I noticed that trader B has 2 consecutive profitable months. It's really easy to look at this and be like, shit, I've got to do what trader B is doing. Now, let me show you my earlier months that you didn't see. Maybe January, I lost 4%. Maybe February, I lost 2%. Maybe in March, I made 2% as well. But then at the end of the row, we're still pretty much break even. We're still having similar results. But because you're not looking at that and because you're not seeing that, you feel at this point that you have to switch strategies, do what I'm doing. And what do you know? Next month, we're both trading the exact same way and we both end up taking a loss. And boom. Now you have 3 losing months in a row and the whole cycle of doubt and confusion starts all over again. This is so common, and it's why communities are such a dangerous place for traders to be in if they're not managed properly. Make sure that a community is managed properly. What we do in our community is the coaches are basically the only ones who are able to give feedback on trades and on data. That way we avoid any confusion and different opinions from traders who are still learning themselves. So that's just something that I wanted to mention, get out of the way. And it's important to understand this and understand that trading is just not for everyone. And I truly hope if you're watching this and you're still here, you stuck around to the end of the video, that trading is for you. And hopefully you'll take this video and use what I said today, and hopefully you find it helpful. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care.